Respected dear youngsters, welcome. Wonderful. Today's Vinayaka Chavithi all over India. Bhagwan Ganesh ji is established. 11 days, there's a great festivity. I'm sure you, near your own house, whatever pandals are there, take part in them. In your house also, do extensively puja, create the divine atmosphere, and be in that beautiful Sataguna, invoking God's grace for your strength and power and empowerment and protection for all your successes. I wish you very happy Vinayaka Chaviti and welcome you all. My wonderful, hearty gratitudes to you that you are there with me, giving me a chance to study Gita every day. And I'm sure these knowledges are taking position or place in your own hearts. Keep them, and whenever required, you just make use of that knowledge. Whether that knowledge is of how to manage the world outside, how to manage yourself, need of the spirituality in which the devotional aspect of spirituality or the truth meditation aspect, all these as early as you possible to you, you must learn without worrying you are so young, why you require all this. No, these are the ways in which you sow the seeds of all this now, so that right time the fruits and flowers all they come to you in your life. So, congrats to you for being so regular and thanks. And I'm sure you're becoming such a very powerful person with all divine practices, spiritual knowledges, that you are being going to become a great asset, not only to yourself, but the world wherever you are. In inner beauties and outer contributions also. Continue that. So, on this Vinayaka Chavithi day, today we'll have three activities. One Bhagavad Gita, only one shloka we'll see, short and sweet. Then we'll also go for our common sense thought. In the common sense thought again, as I told you, whenever some important occasion day comes, that day we'll be doing that day related satsanga for 5-10 minutes. So today being Ganesh Chaturthi, what is the symbolism, what we have to learn, few things we'll discuss. Then the last one today will be our third sloka of our Ganesha Stuti. We'll conclude. It has got 6 phone mantras. If you want, I'll continue them tomorrow onwards, or else some other Ganapati related stotra only I take up for you for next 11 days, because this is Ganapati days. Thank you. Let's start with our everyday prayers. Om Om Om. With the meaning in the mind. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In our Nakshatra Suktam, mm, mm, yesterday we saw Avijitu and another one. Today we'll do the Shravana Nakshatra and another one. Okay, Shatabisha Nakshatra. Om Nakshatra Suktasya Parayinena Nakshatra Devatanam Anugrahena. उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोध पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरूणां दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति अस्मिन् कर्मनिष्ठानं दिग्विजयं समस्त युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयं तेषां हृदये सनातन धर्म प्रति भारत मातु प्रति माता पितृभक्ति गुरूणां प्रति परम भक्ति परम श्रद्धा परम शरणागति प्राप्ति द्वारा तेषाम् अनुग्रहेण जीवनस्य आध्यात्मिक बाह्य जीवनेन संकल्प सिद्ध्यर्थं जन्म साफल्यता प्राप्त्यर्थं नक्षत्र सूक्तांतर्गत मंत्राणाम पारायण वयम सर्वे करिष्यामहे 23 और 24 you do today. Only few more are there, 2-3 days. ओम अष्टौ देवा वसवः सौम्यासः चतस्रो देवी रजराः श्रविष्ठाः ते यज्ञं पान्तु रजस पुरस्तात् संवत्सरेणमृतज्ञ स्वस्ति यज्ञं नः पान्तु वसवः पुरस्तात् दक्षिणतोऽभियन्तु श्रविष्ठाः पुण्यन्नक्षत्रमभिसंविशाम मानो अराति रघः शागं सागन्न. ॐ अष्टौ देवा वसवः सौम्यासः चतस्रो देवी रजराः श्रविष्ठाः ते यज्ञं पान्तु रजस पुरस्तात् संवत्सरेण ममृतगस्वस्ति यज्ञं नः पान्तु वसव पुरस्तात् दक्षिणतो वियन्तु श्रविष्ठाः पुण्यन्नक्षत्रमभिसंविशाम मानो रगशगं सागन्न अगेन अष्टौ देवा वसवः सौम्यासः चतस्रो देवी रजराः श्रविष्ठाः ते यज्ञं पान्तु रजस पुरस्तात् संवत्सरेण ममृतगस्वस्ति यज्ञं नः पान्तु वसव पुरस्तात् दक्षिणतो भियन्तु श्रविष्ठाः पुण्यन्नक्षत्रमभि संविशाम मानो अरातिरगशग्गस्सागन्न ओम शांति 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 नेक्स्ट वन क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः नक्षत्राणागं शतभिषड्वसिष्ठः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः शतकं सहस्राभेषजानि दत्तः यज्ञन्नो राजा वरुण उपयातु तन्नो विश्वे अभिसंयन्तु देवाः तन्नो नक्षत्रगं शतभिषग्जुषाणं दीर्घमायुः प्रतिरद्भेषजानि क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः नक्षत्राणागं शतभिषग्वसिष्ठः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः शतकं सहस्रावेशजानि दत्तः यज्ञन्नो राजा वरुण उपयायातु तन्नो विश्वे अभिसंयन्तु देवाः तन्नो नक्षत्रगं शतभिषग्जुषाणां दीर्घमायुः प्रतिरद्वेषजानि अगेन क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः नक्षत्राणागं शतभिषग्वसिष्ठः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः शतकं सहस्रावेशजानि दत्तः यज्ञन्नो राजा वरुण उपयातु तन्नो विश्वे अभिसंयन्तु देवाः तन्नो नक्षत्रगं शतभिषग्जुषाणं दीर्घमायुः प्रतिरद्भेषजानि ओम शांति 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 only few more are there. Thank you. Now let's do our first thing of Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter Vishwarupa Samyak Darshanam. More and more thinking of this thing after listening should make in your heart the clear understanding whatever the multiplicity of the world we are seeing it very gross with all sense organs, but like a painting has its own background screen, so to the seen world has got its own background, the screen. All that background, the screen on which all this world is projected is nothing but the pure conscious Paramatma only. You know that in the movie, let us say, you are seeing the hero and heroine, and behind them you see a forest also, you may see a river also, you may see a sky also. How do you imagine the sea and the sky and the forest and the people? You know, they are all one screen only, but you take that sky as sky only far away. You take the river as river only far away. You take the forest as the background. You take those two human beings staying there. सो द मनुष्य है वहां, पीछे पेड़ पौधे हैं, नदी है और आकाश है, पंछी उड़ रहे हैं. आर दे नॉट ऑल प्रोजेक्टेड ऑन वन स्क्रीन ओनली? So too when you are in dream, don't you dream the sky? Don't you dream the river? Don't you dream the forest? Don't you dream the animals? Don't you dream the human beings? How come the different things, which are some are subtler, some are gross, some are distant, some are far, all of them are they not projected on your own waking mind? In the same way, even now, like I am seated here, I am sitting on the table, and around me there are walls. Around this wall, there is a building. There building behind that, there is a town to stay. Town is there. There are forests around, rivers are there. Are Sara, whatever subtle is there, grass is there, small is there, big is there, in different shapes, colors, sounds, whatever are there. Every one of them are projected only in multi-dimensional form on one pure Paramatma. That is Vishwarupa. Like, 1D, you do 2D, 3D, three-dimensional, The whole world is multi-dimensional. The Lord in his multi-dimensional form alone is appearing all these three things, all those things. Never ever have a doubt after listening to this example of the movie on the screen that how come behind the sky or as a substratum of sky, as a substratum of wind, as a substratum of ocean, as a substratum of the forest or the human, how come in the human being also behind the mind, behind the senses, behind the body? Yes, on the one painting, don't you paint the person, his hands and legs and nose and ears? Don't you paint some expression from his mouth which you attribute a meaning, whether it is smiling or laughing or crying or miserable or sad or wondering? तो यू पेंट इट नो, ऑन द पेंट वो चेहरा देखते हैं उनको पता चलता है वो बंदा रो रहा है कि हंस रहा है. इज इट नॉट? इन द सेम वे वन परमात्मा के ऊपर सारा विश्व है, विश्व परमात्मा का ही रूप है. This thing has to become very strong. When will it strong? Become every day when you do the Vishwarupa Dhyana in your mind and reject all other opposite thoughts that the world is different, the God is different, there is no God at all, world alone is real. All these ignorances, delusions, illusions, you have to slowly remove from the heart. Once you are clear in this, then you can ask questions, Swamiji, who is that God? Where is that God? How is that God? Why is that God? We tell you already, it was said in 2nd chapter, 6th chapter, 9th chapter, हर जगह बताया, फिर से तुमको बताएंगे, आ जाओ उपनिषद क्लास में बैठो. So this is a slowly steadily, give some 2-3 years of time, we will drive the thought into your mind, then you have to understand it for some more years effort, then you meditate on the Lord in your heart, you realize him. तो विश्व का पूरा भगवान का ही रूप है. Anything you see, like when you see your own picture in album, 20 pictures you see, each one you are dressed different, your shape is different, your hairstyle is different, your expressions are different, जूते अलग पहनते हो, बैकग्राउंड अलग है, हर जगह तुम ही हो कि नहीं? If I tell you no 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 that you that is a very small fellow, चड्डी पहनकर घूम रहा है, इधर suited booted coated, how can I agree both are you one person and that is you? If I say what you say, स्वामी जी तुम्हारे बुद्धू हो तुम मानो या ना मानो, मेरे को पता है मैं ही हूँ. What can you do if I don't believe? Seeing the totally different pictures, towards 15 years back and now, you can't do anything. So to no guru saint can do if you don't agree the God, the whole world to be God. In the album, just like your pictures are different with different shapes in different places, so to the Lord alone with different purposes at different places in the whole world, He is appearing. He himself is Kala, He is himself with Desha, He himself in the Desha Kala, all the living and non-living things with all their equipment, their expressions, everything is one God expressing. And when you put out the electricity or any charge or power, how every aspect of the laptop stops. And the sound aspect of laptop, picture aspect of laptop, in the picture variety of moments, सारे स्विच ऑफ करते बिजली चला जाता है कि नहीं? देयरफॉर बिजली के कारण ये सब है कि नहीं? सो टू द लाइट गोस इमीडिएटली, घर में फैन भी रुक गया, लैपटॉप भी रुक गया, बिजली बल्ब भी रुक गया, गीजर भी रुक गया, ग्राइंडर भी रुक गया, रेफ्रिजरेटर भी रुक गया. अरे हाउ कम सो मेनी डिफरेंट इक्विपमेंट्स टू स्टॉप्ड? बिकॉज वन कॉमन थिंग इज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. डू यू सी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी? नो, बट डू यू से दैट इट इज नॉट देयर? पकड़ के देखो. Same way, the pure Paramatma, if you cannot see with your eyes, ears, etc., you can't say it is not there. It is not available to these instruments. They are understood by studying Shastra and experienced on the seat of meditation, the self, the God, the one principle. He alone is appearing as this Vishwa. Vishwa is there in this in front of us only to make us recognize the presence of God. Waves are waving only to tell us that they have substratum of the water for us to recognize. If you are not that much intelligent, you are only buddhu and see the waves as different from each other, only talk in the language of waves, forgetting water, you are your murkata. So do you talk in the language of the people and the things of the world as variety, each one is different from other, and seeing them get attracted or infatuated and run behind that without recognizing the common God behind it, it is your stupidity and you will suffer in your life. So you and I are trained to this 11th chapter and before the 10th chapter also to visualize the whole world as God. Substratum. What is that God? On the seat of meditation you will know. But first of all, remove your cobwebs in the mind, born out of taking the world as something other than God, and are independent and in variety of the forms. There is something to eke out for in the world. In everything, only one thing to discover for us is the presence of God. That alone gives bliss. All other beautiful things that are all only to adorn you, adorn the beautiful expression of God. The beauty in the flower is not for us to covet the flower. Beauty in the flower is to describe the glory of the God who made such a beautiful flower. Any beautiful thing in the world is for to adorn the Lord who is the creator of such a beauty. जगत की सुंदरता को देखकर उसको बनाने वाले भगवान को हमें नमस्कार करना है. नॉट दैट ओ ब्यूटी हमको अच्छा लगा इसलिए हम उसको ले लेंगे, खाएंगे, पिएंगे. दैट इज यू आर गॉन इन रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन. Then you suffer. Such all people who adorn the world as God, they all have evolved. The ones who have taken the world as object of enjoyment, they all have got trapped and they suffer. think about these things. Okay. Now Vishwarupa Sandarsana Yogam, we have seen right from the beginning beautifully. Bhagavan Krishna showing the Vishwarupa, Arjuna seeing it, and he starts describing it. In between, terrible form comes. Arjuna is afraid. He says, "Who are you in this terrible form?" There, Bhagavan says, "I'm Kalaha. In general, I take this form to finish everyone. In this particular time, also, this yuddha is going on. Every one of them to finish them have come. Then all the Drona Vaishna which you are seeing, your and my Paksha, your and his Paksha, definitely they are entering into you, even if you are not there." Rutevita Navashan Survey Yavasta Pratinikesh Yoda. Having said so, Bhagavan said, "Don't worry about the Yuddha, the consequence. Don't be afraid seeing Bhishma Drona Karna. Maya Tantam Jahima Vetishta. I have all of them are finished already by me. You just take the bow and arrow, act as if you are fighting with them, and you get the credit of success, the Rajyam, and also name and fame." In this way, Bhagavan said, and we also have to know wherever we are placed, that work is already done. We just acting as if we are working. Let us get the credit. Let us be blessed by the Lord. Let us help in the work of the Lord. Let us help ourselves in our own evolution. That is how we have to understand our life through the help of this Vishwarupa Sandarshanam. So yesterday we are seeing again after this answer of Lord Krishna, Arjuna starts says Tamadidev Purusha Purana Ityadi. And he also said, Vayur Yamogi. No, this is what I have to see today. Yesterday we saw everybody is what are they? Siddha Sanghas are doing namaskar to you. Rakshasa log are out of fear. They are running away from you. And then by your prakirti, your name and fame heard, the whole jagat, that is your devotees, prahrushyati anurajyate, they are happy because of you killing the negative ones and protecting the good ones. And because of this act of yours, they are anurajyate cha, they are becoming your devotees. So devotees are the people who are seeing your great contribution and blessings are becoming your devotees. Those who are negative people, they are running away. All the Rishi Muni Log are doing your stuti. Why will not they stuti? You do, they do. Kasmachate nameran. Why will not they do namaskar to you? You are Gariyase, you are the bigger than the biggest. Brahmana bhi Adikartre. You are the Adikarta and Adikarta Brahma se bhi aap bade ho. And then Ananta hai, aap Devesh hai, Jagannivas hai, तुम अक्षर है और सत्वी असत्वी परवी आप ही हो. Therefore, you are so great, O Lord. This way, Arjuna, recognizing in the presence of Lord all the knowledge which he has gained earlier from various studies, various listenings of satsangs from various gurus. Okay. In continuation of that, in one more shloka today, Arjuna having seen Bhagavan, he is doing the stuti of the Lord. Vishwarup का ही देखते हुए भगवान को अर्जुन ऐसा वर्णन करता है, having understood Bhagavan to be like this. They are little subtle spiritual shlokas, and with this training of 330 days, I am sure you are capable of at least 5-10% to grasp it. And this is how it starts for everyone. Repeated revision, you learn computer languages, you learn all the softwares, etc. Any of your scientific things, any of your medical things, any of the legal, any chartered accountancy, in engineering. अरे पैदा होते ही किसी को नहीं आता हो my dear. You go to college, you study repeatedly, then धीरे धीरे you learn. So too, this great spiritual wisdom, so important, giver of the liberation. In the beginning, you will not understand anything, but as you go on exposing, in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, not only you understand it, you will also know it that this is the real vidya. This is the thing which to be practiced. This is the thing which you have to gain. That conviction will come to you, guarantee. 20 साल अगर तुम लगातार सुनोगे, 20 साल, नॉट 24 घंटे, डेली 1 घंटा 2 घंटा सुनो, आधा घंटा थोड़ा मनन करो, you will know it. This will be the thing to be known. This is the thing known. We will become liberated. This is the life for which the life has to spend. These convictions will come to you pakka. Like you are just an ordinary person, 7th class, 8th class, somewhere you went to hospital, you saw the doctors taking care of all the patients, 3, 4, 5, 10 बार गए, then you got interested, यार ये डॉक्टर बनने से बढ़िया रहेगा, चलो I made my ambition, let me be a doctor. So too, when you study Shastras, know the glorious stories of the Bhaktas and Jnanis, alive as well as from the scriptures. Slowly you get exposed. अरे इनका जीवन इतना बढ़िया अपने लिए भी दूसरों के लिए भी. So let me also become like that. That's how you get the thoughts. If you are never exposed to Shastras, you will never know that there is such a great life of spirituality of both devotion and jnana, where you can evolve so much. You are denied of these things because of your education system, your parents, your all surroundings. More than all that, your stupid involvement in all unwanted things. बेवकूफ बनकर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज को छोड़कर सो जो अनवांटेड है उसमें फंसते हुए फुजूल अपनी जिंदगी को बेकार करने वाले महा ग्रेजुएट, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट, डॉक्टरेट्स, ग्रेट पीपल you are all becoming. So we are here to add to your wisdom that there is presence of some scriptures in that the divinity is explained. That's how it has to be understood like, and that's what you have to pursue also slowly, steadily. Ultimately, जानो या जानो, माने न मानो, आज नहीं तो कल नहीं तो अगले जन्म में everyone will have to turn to spirituality. You understood? Every jiva will have to turn to spirituality and get evolved. Why do you delay in this being the fact? Why not right now only let us take it up? Think about it. Clear? Now it's a beautiful shloka, is 38th one. Let us chant and see the meaning today. Just few minutes only. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूप संदर्शन योगः अर्जुन उवाच अथ अष्टत्रिंशतितमः श्लोकः ॐ त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम 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 त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप. Together twice. Arjuna uvacha त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप. So Arjuna, seeing Lord Krishna and understanding very subtly what is God and what is his relation with the world, those very seemingly mystical, sublime truths Arjuna is putting through these shlokas in front of us, which when we study 10-20 times, we also start grasping. I can't guarantee you that you will understand everything in one go or one round or one attempt. Okay. Now, having seen in how many ways Bhagavan is described by Arjuna. Tvam adi devaha purushaha puranaha asya vishwasya paramam nidhanam vetasi vedyam cha param cha dhama tvaya tatam vishwam anantarupa. 9 things Arjuna is explaining. If all these things are deeply understood, as described to us by our gurus, what is the Lord in his completeness, infiniteness, in his glorious powers and abilities, our intellect will be able to grasp for some time. Okay? Tam Adi Devaha. So you are the first of the world. Adi Deva. Tam Devaha or Adi Deva. You are the beginning. Because before you there was nothing there. And after you only everything came. Everything came from you only. And you are the creator of the world. Before the creation was not created, it was not there, but you are there. Therefore, you are Adi Deva. You are Deva, but you are Adi. Adi means Karana. Karana for everything. Because you are the creator. Before you, there was nothing. You are always there. There's no need for anything for you to have your cause. So Bhagavan is causeless, cause of everything. He is the Adi for all of us. Like the Atta is the Adi for the chapati. In the आटा there is no chapati manifested, but unmanifested is there. आप पानी वानी मिला के तुमने बना दिया उसको. Who is the adi of the chapati? Paratha, atta, like chawal. Who is the adi for it? The rice. From this, the karana it came. So tam adi devaha. You are the first god from whom the whole world has come. So you are Srishtikarta, therefore you are adi deva. So tam adi devaha. So all the world has come from him because before it has come, he alone was there. Purushaha. This we have discussed so many times. Purusha means what? Purishayanatvat. Purna Rupena Shete iti. Okay. Be attentive. In Purna Rupa, completely. In this Pura called as Deha or in the Pura called as universe, every nook and corner, the Paramatma is permeating. But if you don't recognize him, he is not seen. If you want to recognize him, he is there. An experiment I'll give you. Ki, you have two hands now. With right hand, you just scratch your left hand. With left, you scratch the right. Your left hand, you scratch your own knee or any of the calf muscle. Same way with the right hand, you do your muscle. Now, what is happening there? An experience of some scratching is happening. Okay, there are two things. One is I who identify with the experience of that scratch and say, I got scratched by myself. This is everybody's common thing. सबको पता है इधर स्क्रैच करो या पियर्स करो कोई नेल लेके चुबाओ किसको किसने मना किया इफ यू वांट एक्सपेरिमेंट देन यू विल हैव ए पेन बट डू यू रिमेंबर डू कैन यू थिंक अबाउट इट कि देयर इज एन अवेयरनेस बिहाइंड which is witnessing the thought, the hum in me, the ego, the thought in me that I have to scratch, and for that scratch, the scratcher is the hand, scratched is the leg. So I'm aware of the leg scratched, which is scratch. I'm aware of the hand, which is scratching. I'm aware of the action also of scratching, and I'm also aware of that pleasure that has come. Is it not? See, I'm scratching behind. I'm aware of the pleasure. I'm aware of the scratched neck and the finger which is scratching. I'm aware of the thought also that some itching is happening. Let us scratch. And I'm aware of myself. I. So who is that awareness? That is Purusha. He is there everywhere in the body, but unless you become aware of him, you will not know him. And him, he is aware as only pure awareness. And that awareness is behind all these set of instruments or the ingredients involved in the experience of scratching. So all of them when you drop the scratching hand, scratched leg, scratching, the pleasure of scratching, the thought of scratching, the ego who wants to scratch, when all of them are transcended on the seat of meditation, that pure awareness, devoid of all these, will be experienced, which was caught up in the web of all these when we were giving importance to these things. Like you are a bad boy. So when I give importance to the badness in you, I am caught up in the badness of you. So to goodness. Actually, I can't see you. You are neither good nor bad. You are Buddha. Sometime good, sometime bad. You are the support of both of them. By mistake, sometimes goodness also expresses through you. Otherwise, naturally, who you are, you know it, the world knows it. So I am caught up in the expression of, in the usage of all the instruments. Therefore, the real I, the awareness, I am not able to find. That is called Purushaha. That is called Purnatvat. Purishete Purnaha. So Tamadi Devaha Purushaha. Third Puranaha. Pura api Navaha. You are eternal and you are afresh all the time. पुराना मीन्स काल से पहले होता है उसको बोलते हैं और हमेशा रहता है. Before the time started, the Lord was there. When the time goes into oblivion, still He is there. In the Samadhi, when you go beyond mind, there is no time concept. Therefore, the time doesn't affect those yogis. That's why all the metabolical actions or the responses doesn't happen to body. Therefore, the body, yours and mine, ordinarily, which lives maximum for 100, 120 years, उन योगियों का हजारों साल जीता है. How come हजारों साल? Because the time which affects the body for its modification, he is transcended by him. Therefore, the body is not affected by changing effect of the time. Therefore, for long time the deha remains. I'm giving an example of before that time the God is there. After the time is God is there. That's called Purana. He is always there. There is no time where he is not there, and time is not there in him. He is beyond the time. And beyond the time is you can know when you are fully engrossed in TV cricket match when India won in that Asia Cup by 10 wickets, you are engrossed. You don't know the time. In TV serial, when you see you don't know time, when you talk to your loving people, we don't know the time. Only the time you become aware of is when you are in the class. Kab khatam hoga, kab khatam hoga. In Nidra, there is no time. So there are in umpty number of times where the time is transcended by you. आफ्टर दैट यू अरे अभी 3 बज गया है मतलब देन यू कैलकुलेट 1 से 3 के बीच में 2 घंटे हो गए. Otherwise, the time of that incident you are involved, there is no time. That means there is a place or time where there is no time. That's called samadhi. Ha! Bhagavan is experienced there in whom there is no time. Therefore, when you identify with that Bhagavan self beyond the mind, you are not worried about the time. and anything happening in the time. In time, what happens is the changes to only the body, etc. I am not time, I am beyond that. I am not the body also. So nothing affects such a jnani, which is very high level. You need not worry about it right now. Bas purana is beyond time. Itna pakad lo bas. Tam Adideva Purusha Purana. Tam Asya Vishwasya Paramam Nidhanam. The whole world coming from where and going back into what? That is you. Paramam Nidhanam, like all the buses, सिटी बाउंड वाले सुबह 5 बजे निकल के दिन भर 50 ट्रिप लगाकर वेयर डू दे गो टुवर्ड द एंड? बस डिपो में जाते हैं कि नहीं? दैट डिपो इज परमम निधानम फॉर ऑल द बसेस. Is it not? All the medical kit the doctor takes out and does the use of them throughout the day, और शाम को ब्रीफ केस में लगा देता है, उसका परमम निधानम. Children also use that all geometry box कहते हैं उसको. Everything they bring out and सब करके होने आए उसके डाल के बंद कर देना. That is a paramam nidhanam. So to the whole world, where from it came, where is going back, that is called the paramam nidhanam, supreme final abode. You are that. Like all the waves come and go back in the ocean. Ocean is the paramam nidhanam for all the waters. All the pots come in the mud and go back to the mud. Mud is the paramam nidhanam for all the pots. So too, the truth, the Lord is the one from whom the world comes and goes back into. Therefore, he is the paramam nidhanam. Okay, Adideva, Purusha Purana, Asya Vishwasa Param Nidhanam. 4 things are seen out of 9. 5. Veta Asi. You are the real knower. Is it not? The knowing between you and me and God is what? You and know it only when so many conditions are there. दिमाग होना चाहिए, मन होना चाहिए, सेंसेस होना चाहिए, ऑब्जेक्ट होना चाहिए, उससे ऊपर प्रॉपर लाइट गिरना चाहिए. If it is an object of the eyes, the form, in so many conditions fulfillment only you become Veta, the knower. For the Lord, he doesn't need. He being the self of all, by being the self of all, he is the knower of everything. Veta asi. He is the knower. Second is Vedyam cha, the thing known also, surprisingly he alone. 6th one. So Veta asi, the knower, Vedyam cha, known also you are. Vettasi Veddham cha Param cha Dhama. And the Parandhama is what? Again, supreme abode. Okay? Paramam Nidhanam, Paramam Dhama. Nidhanam is the place where you end in. Paramam Dhama is where from you have come or everything has come. Then Tvaya Tatam Vishwam. The whole world is permeated by you, as I told you the example of the body. And Anantarupa, you are the one who has got inherent Maya Shakti, by which you take Anantarupa. This also in the introduction we told you how in the dream one waking mind takes Anantarupa, how on one paper when you do painting, how many forms are done, or on one screen when you project, how one screen takes so many shapes. In the same way, one Bhagavan with his Maya takes the shape of the whole universe of suns and moons and stars and galaxies and all of that. Everything Rupa Bhagavan takes. Like you, one being, you take so many Rupas. You become student in the school or college, you become son in your house, you become father if you have a child already, you become brother to your brother or sister. कितने रूप तुम ले रहे हो, and every time you are in different word, different dress, different language, different expression, different emotions. With the friends you are different, your office you are different, when you go to a club you are different, playground you are different. अनंत रूप है तुम्हारे खुद के. एक बुद्धू बेवकूफ जीव के इतने रूप हो सकते हैं, तो why can't भगवान take अनंत रूप? Like one water takes ananta rupa, rupa of the ocean, rupa of the wave, rupa of the bubble, anything. And the mud and concrete, etc. If you mix it up, it takes the ananta rupa of the slabs or the walls or the whatever. कितने आप बना सकते हो देखो. अनंत रूप भगवान का है. एक पृथ्वी इतने पेड़ों के रूप में है कि नहीं? One, my voice is taking so many shapes. Each word is different. Each syllable is different. Each language is different. अब मैं संस्कृत पढ़ता हूँ, हिंदी बोलता हूँ, बीच बीच में इंग्लिश भी बोल रहा हूँ. तो एक वाणी के इतने रूप है. Is it not? Therefore, Bhagavan has got all rupas are his own. Ananta Rupa is not only avatars. Every Rupa you are saying it is his own expression. To come to this direct simple knowledge is taking so much time because of our mind intellect are so impure, because of we take the world as object of enjoyment. Beyond that, our inside the faith is not at all there regarding these great truths revealed to us by the Gurus and Shastras, because we are misguided to be Nastikas by all the stupid wretched education system and all that. फेथ भी नहीं है, समझने का दिमाग ही नहीं है, पेशेंस ही नहीं है. Therefore, abruptly, outrightly, we reject. We don't agree the presence of God or a बेवकूफ. Without or beyond God, without God, there can be nothing which can present or exist. सारे रूप में अनंत परमात्मा ही है. So these are the 9 things. Adideva, Purusha, Purana, Asya Vishwasya Paramam Nidhanam Veta Vedyam Ja Param Dhama, then Vishwasya Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Anantarupa. Tam Adihi Devaha Purushaha Puranaha Vishwasya Paramam Nidhanam Veta Vedyam Parancha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Anantarupa. Now यह 10 चीजें अब बताए. So this way भगवान का अर्जुन देख कर विश्व रूप में डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं. And each of these things have to be like when you go to a सब्जी market, no, all the things बैग में डाल के ले आते हो, then you take out all of them, then sort it out. फिर किसको पॉलिथीन में लगाना है, किसमें हैंगिंग में लगाना है, किसको रेफ्रिजरेटर में रखना है, किसको बाहर रखना है. So all of that you plan out. Is it not? So to when go to supermarket, you get all the things required. Then kitchen में क्या रखना है, washroom में क्या रखना है, hall में क्या रखना है. Don't you sort it out? So too when you get the clothes from the iron person, ironing, washing, then you know कि पैंट्स कहाँ रखना है, शर्ट्स कहाँ रखना है, टाई कहाँ रखना है, बनियन कहाँ रखना है, बेडशीट कहाँ रखना है, टॉवल कहाँ रखना है. Same way you are collecting all this in the class. Having gone home, you have to sort out each one of them. What is the meaning of Adideva, Purushaha, Purana? I have given you already information. You have to contemplate on it and deeply make the knowledge. If you are with me 24 hours, then I can take you to an ashram, make you do only this exercise every day, that in one lifetime only, you can even realize the self. But you don't give an half an hour to me. Therefore, in this speed only, I have to talk to you to convey these things. There's no other way. It is your mistake. If you give time, if you have shown the interest कि समझ पूरा हमको सुनना है, समझना है, एग्जॉस्टली आपको आप पढ़ाओ हमको और समझाओ अभी कि हम पूरा आपके लिए तैयार है. ऐसा करो तो लेट अस गो हिमालयस. बैठो के आश्रम में, दिन में 2 बार खाना खाओ, बस बाकी टाइम बैठो. आई विल गो ऑन टीचिंग, यू गो ऑन लिसनिंग, कॉन्टेम्पलेट डीपली, कीपिंग अवे एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम द माइंड. व्हाई विल नॉट यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दैट? तो होमवर्क करना है हमको सॉर्ट आउट करने का. थैंक यू. दिस इज द श्लोका फॉर द डे. त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप. Okay, thank you. Now we'll do the second topic today very quickly. Today is Ganesh Chaturthi, Vinayaka Chaturthi. It is said on today's day, out of mud, Mother Parvati ji made her son Vinayaka, and she has, with her Shakti induced prana, kept him as the one to look out outside as a gatekeeper. And she is inside in her own work, domestic, whatever. Bath. Then Shivaji comes and then fighting, then Shiva removes the head, then she comes out, Are is our child only. Then the elephant's head is brought and kept on him. These are all Pauranika historic stories. Everybody knows. What we have to look beyond. What is looking beyond is that power of Lord Shiva and Parvati in this way has to manifest for the sake of protecting the world further from the non-positive elements. So after that, that Ganapati is made as the Pati of all the Ganas and is given special blessings to remove the Vignas, those who are good people and devotees, and create the Vignas, those who are negative people, and also to give the Riddhis, Buddhi, and some Buddhi. So Siddhi. Riddhi, Siddhi, Buddhi. Riddhi is the wealth. Siddhi is achievements and successes. Buddhi is wisdom. So Ganapati, who's today Chaviti, we are celebrating as Avirbhava Dina, is to say that the Paramatma only is in this form there. For whoever are having faith in him and worshipping, he first removes the vignas, obstacles. Second, gives success in all our endeavors. Third one is he gives buddhi. Buddhi is required for us to discuss and decide which is the goal to be kept and how we have to pursue. And this Ganapati, already eternally there, but a time came for him to manifest, he got manifested. From then onwards, till now, even for future, he will always be there available for any of the bhaktas. And you and I, by studying the Ganesha Purana, we must know what are the different great leelas of protecting good, eliminating bad, Ganapati Bhagwan has done. With that, our devotion in Ganapati grows, faith in Ganapati grows because he is so powerful, etc. And his blessing to the Bhakta, when you see, our surrender grows for him, then with that heart, we have to invoke it for our life. And how do we do? With all these various things. Either you chant his name, Om Srim Hrim Klim Glaum Ganganapate, Varavarada Sarvajaname Vasamane Swaha, or only Itna ka Om Ganganapate Namaha, Om Ganesha Namaha. So through the Namasmarana and keeping in the mind, oh Lord, I am saluting you through this mantra. Please bless me in the removal of this obstacle. Please bless me in the success here. Please bless me with this knowledge. He will bless us. Do the upasana of Ganapati. ले आओ गणपति का मूर्ति अष्ट अभिषेक करो अष्टोत्तर करो. Now remember, all these pujas are to bring our mind to single pointed devotional attention to the Lord through that particular selected photo or the murti, to whom through the upasanas again only we express our faith in him, devotion in him, and surrender to him. Then we will have a faith later on that now he is ready there, fully invoked by me, ready to listen to my prayers. Now having done some stuti for the Lord for some time, then we put in front of him what for we have done is puja. That thing, the Bhagavan all pervading, depending on our faith and our reservability, our way of asking, he says tathastu. Then we get the samruddhi also, we get the buddhi also, we get the siddhi also. So samruddhidayaka, buddhidayaka, siddhidayaka is Bhagavan Sri Ganapati. From today, throughout the country and world, wherever Sanatana Hindus are there, they put Ganapati in their own house also, and pandals kept all around the city, so that the people know the purpose of the communal program is all the Sanatana Dharmis come together at the altar of Bhagavan Ganapati, do puja together and pray to him for what? First, pray for your own sustenance and your own life's security. Second, pray for your own livelihood proper. Third, pray for your own spiritual evolution pakka. And when the God gives chance like this, Geetha and all, you must attend and learn it. Fourth one is what? Pray for your parents, brothers, sisters. Then the fifth one is what? Pray for all the good living beings, not the bad ones. Enough of praying for the whole people. अभी सबके लिए प्रार्थना बंद करो. Only good, only Sanatana Dharmi, not those who are Shatrus of goodness, Shatru of the India's growth, Shatru of our own Sanatana Dharma. उनके लिए तो उल्टा प्रे करना है, भगवान इनका सत्यानाश कर दो, क्योंकि भगवान का काम ही अधार्मिक लोगों को निकाल देना. तो pray for the Sanatana Dharma's growth. Pray for the whole universe for growing spiritually in its goodness. A prayer बहुत बढ़िया है. And whoever are unnecessarily obstructing our Sanatana Dharma and becoming inimical, unwanted way, unnecessary, just pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, ruthlessly finish all of them. We don't want one bacteria, fungus or virus which is going on infecting the glorious healthy Hinduism. इस तरह से एवरी डे फ्रॉम नाउ. मैं तो एक ही प्रेयर कर रहा हूँ भगवान इस बार प्रेयर में, एनीबॉडी हु इज शत्रु टू सनातन धर्म, प्लीज डू द समूल निर्मूलन ऑफ देम. टेक ऑल माय प्रेयर्स, उपासनास, पूजास ऑफ दैट. For that, it is enough of it. We such a nuisance and nonsense they are doing, not able to express wholeheartedly the glorious Sanatana Dharma, which is the Mukti Marga. They all are born from this and they become enemy. Like children want to parents, but they become enemical to the same parents. They fight with the same parents every day for no reason except ego. These fellows are like that. मेरा तो ही प्रेयर है इस बार, तुमको भी अच्छा लगे तो करो. But the other thing is, let the whole universe grow spiritually and me also understand scriptures more and more. Remember, my own study of scriptures and going in my own path of realization is totally different. Whole universe will have to grow spiritually is different, because everybody can grow, the whole world be peaceful. So to such people who are destructive, negative, उनका सद्बुद्धि आ जाए और वो रास्ते से हट जाए, ये is different है. These three are complementary to each other, contradictory नहीं है. Somehow, because of some people wrongly induced in us, out of the being Hindu and Sanatana Dharma, you have to have very kind and compassionate. Therefore, that kindness and compassion is taken as a weakness and lenience and giving chance by being tolerant to all the Rakshasas. No, Hinduism के हर एक देवता के हाथ में weapons होते हैं, not to attack anybody. Anybody doing nonsense, finish them. Hinduism is like police. They have the rifles, lathis in the hand, not to beat everyone, but anybody doing nonsense, उनकी पिटाई करने के लिए. Never spare anybody who is talking against Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, whoever they may be. Outside, if you can do politically, anyway, legally, you do. If not, like you do me, as I am doing. In the heart, I pray. Bhagavan, if Sanatana Dharma eternal is true, real, please listen to my prayer. Let it grow and embrace the whole world. Let nobody trouble it. If anybody troubling, oh Lord, please eliminate. If this prayer is wrong, forgive me. If prayer is true and correct, you just fulfill that. Take any upasana from me for that. Any of the dakshina from me for that. Any of the thing you want. This is what I pray. Because I studied Shastras. I know what is said in Shastra. They talk about Mukti Marga, they talk about the universal oneness and goodness. Such great tradition, culture, scripture, Shastras, Upasana Paddhatis, Guru Parampara, Devata Parampara. How can you just to say which is coming from the eternal time that it is not required? Some rascals, are they not talking nowadays in Tamil Nadu and all of them? Somebody should kick them at the buttocks and send them out of the country, out of the whole universe only. How can they do all to that? How many minds they are disturbing? You see, elections are coming. Do the campaigning properly, or only those people who are protecting Desha and protecting Dharma. Anybody little you sense going astray from it, they are the biggest enemies. 542 seats, everything should come only to those real patriots. Not even one seat should go to any other people. Let them go and sit in the old parliament. Nobody is there. Today, the new parliament is inaugurated. The first meeting in the new parliament, today we are going to see. It's already happened. The last meeting, national anthem are over. In the last parliament, British time ka, reminding us all of the colonial life and slavery. The new one is so beautiful. So let them go there and sit and do bhajan. But don't allow them in the new one. Don't elect anyone. So let us pray to Ganapati in this way to bless us while doing the upasanas and pujas. So today onwards, this mantra, Om Ganganapataye Namaha, as many times as possible. You do, we'll do it 11 times now. While doing so, remember Ganapati in your heart and in the heart of everyone in the whole universe and pray for the spirituality's growth. Pray for the good quality and values of everyone. Pray for the elimination of all those bad people if they are not eliminating the badness in them, because they become obstruction in the evolution of the totality. Clear? I have given you sufficient instruction. Now it is your choice to do or not. Now let us do Om Ganganapataye Namaha. 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 Little bigger one. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glaum Ganganapate Varavarada Sarvajaname Vashmane Swaha. More powerful mantra. Or Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Medeva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. और भी बड़ा चाहिए वैदिक मंत्र. ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन् नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. Or you can have that hundreds of stotras of Ganapati are there. Sankashara Chaturthi ka jo hai, Sankata Mochana Ganapati ka stotra. And nowadays I am teaching you Ganesha Stavam. Before that we have seen Ganesha Pancharatna Stotram. Udakaratamodakam Sada Vimukti Sadakam Kaladharavatam Sakam Vilasilo Karakshakam Anayakaikanayakam Vinashite Vadaityakam Natashubhashunashakam Namamitam Vinayakam. Already you have learned. And the best one is the Ganapati Atara Shirsha Upanishad. Om Namaste Ganapate Tameva Pratyakshandattamasi Tameva Kevalam Kartasi Tameva Kevalam Dhartasi. This tomorrow I'll chant for you. Yeah? आज के दिन हम यहाँ stop करते हैं. Let us do the last one now. The third mantra in the Ganesha Stava. What is that? अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेकं निरानन्दमानन्दमद्वैतपूर्णं परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम. This was done day before yesterday. Yesterday was second one. गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपं चिदाभासकं सर्वगं ज्ञानगम्यं मुनिध्येयमाकाशरूपं परेशं Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema. Today, third one, last one. There are 6 more, but this will stop from tomorrow onward. Something else. What is that third one? Jagat Karanam. Just now we saw Tomadideva Purusha Purana is a cause of the whole Jagat. Karana Jnana Rupam. You are the Jnana for everybody to get liberation. Suradim, you are the beginning of all the devatas. Sukhadim, you are the giver of all the happiness. Gunesham, you are the filled with all sadgunas. Ganesham, you are the leader of all the different groups of people. Gana kehte hain unko. Suradim, Sukhadim, Gunesham, Ganesham, Jagadvyapinam. You are all pervading the whole Jagat. Vishwavandyam. Everybody does namaskar to you only. Again, Suresham. Ishwara of all the devatas, Parabrahma Rupam. You are nothing but Parabrahma manifest in this Rupa. Ganesham Bhajema. Our salutations to you. Tomorrow or day after, the symbolism in Ganapati, that also we learn. So I think अगले 4-5 दिन Ganapati Sambandhi only we learn even in our common sense thought also. So that these days are spent in Smarana of the Ganapati. I don't know whether you do otherwise or not. So we are taking this chance along with our Geetha. Thank you. This is what is our Ganapati Stavam, third mantra. We have done the common sense thought. That also Ganapati Stuti or Vinayak Chavithi speciality. And also our Geetha we have seen. Tumadideva Purusha Purana Tamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vetasi Vedyam Chaparanchadama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamananta Rupa. So let us chant this mantra 6 times. Om Ganeshashtavasya Japadvara Ganeshanugrahena Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodha Prapti Smuranetiyasokta Bhagavad Darshananugha Prapti Sanatana Dharma Vishwavyapti Asmin Karmanistaram Digvijaya Yuvanam Satkaram Sudigvijaya Tesham Hridaye Dharma Desha Bhakti Shastra Bhakti Guru Bhakti Dwara Janma Safalyam Bhavatu. Om Jagatkaranam Karanajnanarupam Suradim Sukadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagadvyapinam Vishwavandyam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema Jagatkaranam Karanajnana Rupam Suradim Sukadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagadvyapinam Vishwavandyam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema Jagatkaranam Karanajnana Suradim Sukhadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagadvyapinam Vishwavandyam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema Jagatkaranam Karanajnana Rupam Suradim Sukhadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagadvyapinam Vishwavandyam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema Jagatkaranam Karanajnana Rupam Suradim Sukadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagadvyapinam Vishwavandyam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema Jagatkaranam Karana Jnana Rupam Suradim Sukadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagadvyapinam Vishwavandyam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema. Let us do Arati today, Ganesh Chaturthi. Don't be lazy. Go to all pandals and participate in decorations, in puja, in bhajan kirtan, and don't do the nonsense. Om Nadatra Suryo Bhatina Chandratarakam Neva Vedito Bhadevuto Magni Tayo Bhantarva Sarvam Tasya Bhasa Sarvida Bhatom Ekadantayat Mahe Vakatundayat Tando Danti Prasodyat Bol Sri Siddhi Vinayaka Ganesha Bhagavan Ki Jai Bolo Bhai Sab Santan Ki Jai Sadgurnath Maharaj Ki Jai आज के आनंद की जय बोलो सनातन धर्म वैदिक संस्कृति की जय भारत माता की जय समस्त युवा मंडली की जय. When you are taking part in Ganesh Utsav, see that everything is dignified, beautiful. Don't play wrong music. Insult it is to the whole Sanatana Dharma. Let everything be done devotionally, divinely, dignifiedly. Do the dance. There are good bhajans, good kirtan. उसके ऊपर करो. फिल्मी सिनेमा रख के ना इस स्पिरिचुअल थिंग को खराब मत करना. उसका अलग प्लेटफॉर्म है, अलग प्लेस है, उधर करो. On the name of God, don't do negative. If you want to do that. Don't on the name of the God. Stop doing it's better. Putting Ganesh Ji ka mandal instead of having all bhakti, bhajan, kirtan and increasing the level of sattva devotion and purity. If you do all the things, you are spoiling this. That is more papa than doing the papa otherwise. Don't do that. I request you, I order you. Thank you, friends. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shanti Mapriyat, Shanto Mucheda Vandebhyaha, Muktaschanyan Vimochit, Asatoma Sadgameta Suma Jyotirgamaya Murtyo Harma Amritangamaya Om, Shanti 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 Hari Om, Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. बोल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, गीता माता की जय, वेद व्यास भगवान की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, श्री सिद्धि विनायक भगवान की जय. Thank you. Right. See you.